Alright people, so as I can see that you really like the type of videos that I'm posting about the top winning products, I decided to make this video to kind of share with you some personal advices about how to actually go ahead and pick your winning products. Most of those videos get thousands of views, so you kind of already have competition even before you start testing the product. So if you're going to implement the tips that I'm going to share with you in this video, you will be able to find your own winning products without basically having any competition whatsoever. Now, unfortunately, just Facebook ads engagement and a wow factor, it's not enough nowadays, and you really want to focus on having a product that can cover your advertisement costs, the cost of goods, and of course make you still profit. So I do really suggest you to kind of treat this video as your checklist to go when you're picking your winning product to actually go ahead and test on Facebook ads. If you will make sure to follow this checklist before you actually pick your product and start running ads, you're probably going to save yourself hundreds if not thousands of dollars spending on ads for products that just not worth it. A really common problem that I can see that most beginners has is that they focus on like Facebook secret strategy, untapped audience, stuff like that, which does not exist. Then actually focus on the important stuff, which is your product, your margins, and all the things that we're going to go through. Your Facebook ad strategy needs to be simple. It's just your marketing tool and that's it. Putting your focus on the back end, which is your site creation, your video ads, your product, your margins, stuff like that, actually going to make a difference in your success and not focusing on something that just does not exist. So let's go ahead and dive in straight to tip number one. Alright, tip number one, which is in my opinion one of the most important tips out there, and it's something as simple as having products that are at high demand and low supply. So this is such a simple tip to understand, but it's really hard to master it, but everything basically comes down to that. And if you're going to understand that you are going to make money, it doesn't matter which industry you are in or what type of product or service you are trying to sell. This is my first and most valuable tip that actually my mentor in my first job actually taught me. And something as simple as that can make a huge difference in your success in your business. So how you can actually go ahead and monitor the demand and the supply. So monitoring the demand, it's quite easy. You can go ahead to social media, spying tools like AdSpy, DropPoint, Ecom Hunt. So you have so many different tools that are going to tell you which products have really high demand. You can go to places like Amazon bestsellers. You can go to Google Trends. You can go to wish.com. This is another place that you can find great products. You can go to AliExpress dropshipping center when they basically hand you over products that are doing really high numbers, and you can also ask your private supplier if you do use one. Now in terms of understanding the supply, this one is a little bit trickier. The way that I'm personally doing that is I'm going to my best friend Google and I'm typing in the main keywords of my product, and I'm trying to look for any Shopify store that sells this product to actually kind of have an understanding how many people actually already sell that. Another thing that I'm doing is I'm going to Amazon.com and I'm looking at the prime listings that are available for this product. Usually I like to go with products that don't have more than 2 to 3 pages of results. So you basically just want to understand how easy it is to actually go and find this product online or offline. Alright, tip number two, having a unique and weird product. Now, when you do select your product, the weirder your product is going to look, it's actually going to make you look more like the only brand and the only place available that actually sells the product. So you see that most of people focusing on those like big industries, big niches, like beauty, fitness, stuff like that. But if you will go for something that is very small, let's say people that like specifically giraffes, that is very kind of unique audience, and it can have like really weird products. Maybe when someone is going to see that on Facebook, he's going to think that, oh, this product is really cool, it's really unique, and it's probably not that easy to find it anywhere else, and this is the actual brand that's selling this product. Alright, tip number three, and this is do not, and I repeat, do not listen to your intuition as a beginner. So this is by far one of the most common mistakes that new people do, and I did that myself. When I started selling online, I was kind of thinking, oh, I will sell what I think is going to be cool or something that I'm really connecting with, and I basically thought that I'm smarter than everyone. I'm going to launch the next fidget spinner. So that didn't work for me, and it's not going to work for you. You need to understand, you need to sell what people want to buy and not make people buy what you want to sell. So you need to think the opposite when you want to start selling online. The first time that I understood that, I was able actually to make around 3 to 4 grand in profit in the next month after implementing something as simple as that. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't listen ever your intuition, but at least if you still haven't built up at least couple stores, 3 to 5 successful stores, you basically don't have any intuition because you still haven't done that. So make sure at the beginning you follow data, you follow things that are actually already working, then trying to rely only on what you think, because what you think, it doesn't matter. Matters what people want to buy and pay for. Alright, tip number 4, and that is having a product with at least a minimum of $20 to $40 net profit, but you want to have products that you can still sell them around like 50, 60, up to 70 bucks. Now, only this tip is going to entirely change your game if your product has all the first 3 tips. After spending a large amount of money on Facebook, we found that a healthy range of cost per purchase at scale, it's going to be anywhere between $15 up to 30 bucks. It really depends on your niche and your product, but overall this should be your healthy range. So if you're going to sell a product that gives you only 10 bucks profit, or you're going to sell an expensive product which you're going to have only 20 bucks profit, it doesn't matter how good your product is or what strategy you're going to use on Facebook, your product is just not going to work. You don't have the margins to cover your Facebook ads cost. So the ideal is to have, let's say, a product that you can sell for 50, but you can buy it for 15. So you have around 30, 35 bucks to play around with. Also, to be able to be in the healthy range between 15 to 30. So let's say you're going to have $25 cost per purchase and you still have the extra 10 to make profit. So this is the ideal situation. Of course, it's not easy to find those products, but the more time you're going to invest, the easier it's going to be for you to find actually this product that is going to change your life. Alright, tip number 5, and that is very high perceived value. Now this tip is going to be kind of related to the last one. So you want to focus mainly on products that really have a high perceived value, or they really solve a huge problem. And as I mentioned before, the reason for that is because we want to have enough profit margins to cover our Facebook ads and the product costs and still leave us some profit to work with. If you're not going to have those margins, and even if your product is going to go well from the beginning, when you will get to a point that you need to scale the product and actually squeeze out everything that you possibly can from the product, it's just not going to work. Why? Because you don't have the margin. So make sure you focus on those main 2 things. Very high perceived value, so you will be able to mark up your product price enough to be able to make the profit margins to cover all the rest of it. Alright, tip number 6, which is something that not many people actually talking about, is having product with very high quality content. Now this is one of the main factors when we actually go ahead and we choose our winning product. If let's say the product has all the checklists and everything is good, but the content is crap, I'm not going to try to sell this product. It's that easy. Really good high quality content of your product can directly increase the value and the high perceived value of your product. So even if your product is like the best product but is going to have really low quality content, you will not be able to actually get the most out of it. Why do you think that the most successful dropshipping stores are one product store with like high quality images and content and everything on the site, and they actually charge way more than the other competitors? The answer is high quality content. Now, in case that your supplier does not have high quality content, if you're able to create your own content, go ahead and do that. But if not, I highly suggest you not to sell the product. Hey Chris, show Muba. Alright, tip number 7, timing. Timing is key. Everybody knows that in everything in life, timing is key. Now, if you will be able to actually, take advantage of this tip and master that, you will never be poor, because timing is so important. So what do I mean by timing? Now, let's say you have like a Valentine's Day products that are winning products, and there's a high chance that people still buy them all year round. But if you're going to sell this product all year round, there is not enough demand for the product product to actually cover our cost as dropshippers. So this is why if you're going to be smart and understand timing, and instead of focusing trying to squeeze this through all the year, which is not going to work, and you're going to be smart and actually sell this product during the time that there is a huge increase in demand, then you will be successful. This is why everybody is talking about Q4 and this is the time to make money. Why? Timing. Alright, tip number 8. Try to look for products that are trending in social media platforms and marketplaces. So this is basically a little bit related to demand. So the way that you can actually go ahead and create demand on different platforms is, let's say I will take the example of the self-steering mug, which went really viral on TikTok, and then it actually went viral on Instagram. I'm not sure which one was first, but basically what you can create, you can actually create demand for a product. If you can see that something is hot and trending in one of the social platforms, you can take advantage of that and sell this product in different platforms like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and the same thing you can do with marketplaces. You can go to, let's say, Amazon bestsellers or Amazon best new releases, and you can find products that are very trending right now. Or let's say you can go to Wish, which is also another good place to find hot selling products, and then basically just take that to your own marketplace. So take it to Facebook, or take a hot seller on Etsy and then sell it on eBay. So you can actually play around with it and you can recreate the demand in different platforms. Why? Because different platforms, different marketplaces have different type of customers, but a hot product and hot demanded product, it's a hot product. Alright, tip number 9. Sell in Q4. That simple. If you're a beginner and you still haven't landed your first successful Shopify store, now is the time to start and test. Q4 is your best shot to actually find your first winning product and scale your store this time of the year. Even if you're not going to make crazy amount of money, but you will be able to gain this experience that's going to help you later on the road, but you're not going to have a better shot than this time of the year. Alright, the last tip, which I think is nicely going to kind of summarize all the tips that I've gave you over here, is having an organized spreadsheet with all the products and all the analytics. So a big mistake that I was doing in the beginning, and probably you doing that as well, you just see a product that you're saying, oh wow, like this is like the coolest product ever, now this is my product. And you are 100% sure that this product is going to be your first winning product. But guess what? 99.9% it's not. So when it comes to actually picking your product and picking the right product for you, you want to have an organized spreadsheet with all the details, the profits, the competitors, the demand, like everything that you possibly can gather about the product, and then having multiple choices than having only one or two, and then you're going to get emotional, and then you're going to make an emotional decision and not based on data and more logic decision. Now, I know that you think that your product is the best, you think that people are going to go crazy about your product, but trust me, this is the last thing that you want to do, and you want actually to invest the time, find multiple winning products, and then analyze all the data that you have about the product, and only then making a logic decision and then decide which product you're going to sell. Alright, so these are my top 10 tips to find winning product constantly, products that are going to actually bring you results and have a higher chance to succeed on Shopify if you're going to follow the tips I share with you. If you like this type of content, of course, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you are interested in downloading a full case study about our first store, make sure to check out the first or second link in the description, and don't forget to check out those 2 videos over here as well. Alright, let me know in the comment section below what do you think about this video, and if you want me to post more like this. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, my friends, peace.